Alrighty, guys, I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Taran. How you doing?
All right.
What do we got going on here at the Genesis TaranTactical JK Armament booth at Triggercon?
Well, we got our trunk with some ultimate weapons in here.
Okay.
We'll start with the JK. Sorry, not the JK, but the Genesis Arms Genesis shotgun.
Okay.
It is totally state of the art. We have a 3-gun model coming out really soon.
Okay.
It'll be the right length and everything like that. That was Tatiana's walk by. Anyway, it's a pretty sick gun. Have you shot it yet?
I have shot one of these at SHOT Show. I have not shot this one though before. Nice. They're pretty damn smooth for a shotgun.
They're crazy reliable. I shot 3-gun for many years. I was very lucky to win open 3-gun with a mag-fed shotgun, but it was just a miracle. The gun still jammed for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
AK platform. It's all we had back then. This is the most reliable mag-fed shotgun on a like AR-10 type platform.
Gotcha.
So you really can't beat it. This optic holds up. It's the strongest thing out there for it. It's also a single dot.
Nice.
Not a circle dot. I
Yeah.
just want to see a dot. I don't want to deal with the circles.
You don't want it to be too busy.
Yeah. Crazy gun, hyperfire trigger, crazy flat shooting. It's got BCM furniture on it. Crazy gun, unbelievable. Bigger
And
mags coming out.
I think I shot the suppressed version of this too, and the suppressed one was pretty damn smooth too.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And you shot this, haven't you?
I've shot that
Yeah.
one. I own the Sand Viper, and it's one of my favorite guns. I don't know if you ever seen my YouTube video that
Seen
I
them
done,
all.
but yeah,
we shared them. Yeah.
I love this thing.
Yeah, it's virtually the Sand Viper. What happened was we were building the guns, but some films take longer to come out than you think.
Yeah.
And we wanted the gun to get some national titles, so we basically disguised it, gave it a spray tan, made it into the Sand Viper, changed the name a little bit, put a SRO on it.
Yeah.
And Max Leograndis won the nationals with it, 2-gun
Nice.
nationals. Then Zach a year later won it also. So I like the fact that it's the hottest gun in Hollywood, but it's also a national title winning gun.
Nice.
Which is super cool.
So it's a serious gun for serious shooters, but it's also John Wick's gun.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's called the Pit Viper because obviously it's got a pit.
Yep.
And it's got the fangs on it.
Yeah.
They're not protruding out unless you need them to.
Yeah.
So they come out when you need them to.
Yeah.
So,
And
anyway.
in the movie, he does a little bit of damage with those things, right?
Yeah, when he finally runs out of his 6 21-round mags, he takes a slide off. And it is razor sharp. It literally is a knife with a handle on it.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Sweet.
And Wick, his standby, his go-to all the time is in his 3 movies. He's always going to the 34
Yeah.
TTI. We wanted to go like a little next level. It was the Gen 3 in part 2.
Yeah.
In part 3, he goes to grab it off the wall, but he switches it to a Combat Master 2011.
Gotcha.
Because Sharon said it's just armor improvements or whatever in 9mm major and all that stuff. So this one here, we wanted to go optics cut ready.
Yeah.
But Wick prefers fiber optic sights. I guess he's worried he's going to break him, hitting guys in the head or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. A Kerry Magwell, not the giant competition one he had in part 2. A Timney trigger, which is 2 pounds. Literally a better trigger than virtually most 1911s out there by custom shops. It's insane. And we got that in the movie literally the day they shipped to Germany and France.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
So in the opening scene in Jordan, this is what he uses.
Gotcha.
It's kind of his go-to. Nice grip job on it. All the stuff ambidextrous. And Gen 5 is just a nice gun.
Nice.
So.
And somebody can send in their existing Glock to get this package done, right?
Yeah, they can send in any model Glock, from Gen 3, Gen 4. Well, actually, we kind of stopped with the Gen 4. It's kind of like the Lost Dodo. Gen 5, Gen 3s, we're still doing them.
Gotcha.
So we'll knock them out. So the 9mm preferably.
Awesome, Taran.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you. What is going on with the whole Wick mag flip? Is that something that was just something for Hollywood, or is that something that is like, okay, I really like doing this and it actually works out?
It was in his system. He was doing it when I met him, and it's sometimes so hard, as you know, to untrain a habit that's ingrained. And I was teaching him the normal thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, it does look cool, and it is a movie.
Yeah.
And it's cinematic. It's like, let's just call it the Wick flick and be done with it, and leave it. And he's really good at it.
Yeah.
The only other person as good as him is Tatiana does it.
Yeah.
Now she's teaching the Punisher, John Bernthal, to do an inverted Wick flick. So it is cool. And really, look, it's not going to really slow you down that much. He's always doing all kind of wild stuff. And it looks, it's just why fix it ain't broken, you know?
Yep.
Other stuff we chain, taught quad loading and tactical 2-gun, 3-gun loading, and everything else we could do, transition, everything I could possibly do.
Gotcha.
For every movie, it was, the director is such an awesome guy. Chad Stahelski, his birthday was like yesterday. And it isn't like other films I've worked on where it's like, oh, just make sure his grip doesn't suck, you know? It's like pushing me so hard. And it's cool because each movie gives me a year or two to come up. So like on John Wick 2, we did regular shotgun loading, like from 2 to 3-gun, where it's just, a realistic caddy and all that in the catacombs, which is realistic, right? You're going to fall down, they're not going to come out. And some trolls on Instagram are like, why didn't you teach them quad loading? What's wrong with you? And at that time, in like 2016 or 15, actually 15, 14, quad loading had just started. And the devices were horrible. They were flimsy, rounds falling out, and I thought that was just too early for that. And he'd be in the catacombs. I'd get a call from like Rome, like, "You idiot! These mags, this shit falling everywhere. Like I can't. You screw you. We'll go to some other Goonie trainer." And so, it was perfect timing. That was realistic. He got it down. Quad loading was a lot more work. For anybody, for me, even at first, I hate this. I'll quit 3-gun first. Finally, I got it figured out. And you got to cut the gun a certain way. So the director went with it because he knows the audience won't even know what's happening, but they'll want to watch again and again, like watching Phoebe Cates come out of the pool. They're going to watch it again and again and again. And they, like in John Wick 2, the match saver. Oh, he cleared that jam really well. It wasn't a jam. He runs empty and he does a match saver. He does that in John Wick 2 and John Wick 3. So it's these little details. He doesn't care if the audience knows. They want to see what's going on, and they'll do some research. So it's kind of a cool way he operates.
Nice. Well, now he doesn't even have to do it with the Genesis. He just puts in a new mag and he's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I had to go next level, and we're going to get Benelli's ready and all that. But the director's like, "What is the ultimate shotgun situation now? What is the ultimate?" And it's the ultimate. And it was going to be in part 3, but it wasn't ready yet. It just, you can't just put something out there that isn't ready yet. It needed another 3 or 4 years of just back and forth tuning and dialing in, change this, change that. Mag's got to be stronger. All these things. This is the first ever mag-fed shotgun that can do what it does. There's nothing like it. Fully automatic, incredibly reliable. I've had this on the range. Joe Rogan, everybody's shooting it like maniacs. Not one jam. With the trashiest Gonzo birdshot filth I could put in there. Everything. Walmart doesn't sell it anymore. But everything I've got laying around, I'll find just cruddy, bent stuff, and it's feeding it. Other guns, like, super finicky. I don't like it. Take it back. Return it. So, anyway.
Awesome. Taran, it's always nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
I appreciate everything you're doing for the movie industry, everything you're doing for the Second Amendment community. Appreciate you in general, man.
Congratulations on all the babies.
Thank you. I'm trying to stop, but alrighty. So I'm here at the Genesis Arm booth, or the TaranTactical booth, or the JK Arm. It's like you guys all come.
It's a collaborative effort. Yes.
Gotcha. I'm here with Cody. Cody, nice to meet you. With Genesis Arms, he's going to go over some of the stuff that Genesis Arms got going on right now.
Awesome. Well, let's start with kind of the foundation of what the gun is built around, which is a short recoil system.
Okay.
So on the 18-inch gun, this is the easiest way to see it because the barrel extends beyond the handguard. So there's no gas system to tune. There's no port for a gas port or a piston for a DI system. It's short recoil, so the barrel actually reciprocates. So when the wad leaves the muzzle, as long as there's enough energy to cycle the barrel rearward, gain enough speed to move the carrier system, you're going to have a proper function.
Awesome.
Now the main added benefit of that is there's no tuning. So we, out of the factory, we're shooting 1,200 feet per second for all of our low brass ammo. That's our test ammo from some Federal Top Gun right now. It's pretty much whatever we can get. But the gun was developed around Walmart ammo.
Oh, nice.
So Winchester Light Box, it's really bottom of the rung, but it will run in your Gen 12.
Gotcha.
So we do run some 1145s and stuff like that, but obviously you get too much below 1,200 and you're going to start having some issues there for cycling. But overall, it's going to perform from 1,200 all the way up to 1,600 feet per second.
Gotcha. How does this handle with slugs in it? Is it
pretty
soft shooting?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So there's a couple things about the system in general that helps with that.
Okay.
So I'll hold a different gun for... So, like, this is one of our SBSs, our 7-inch gun. So you can look through the handguard, and inside here there's actually a weight. This is what we call the variable inertia buffer. It's actually a buffer system for our barrel. So when the barrel moves back, that weight eats some of that moving barrel.
Gotcha.
But that also is it's also going to eat some of the recoil felt from the 12-gauge shell itself. So we say it's a very comfortable gun to shoot. You notice right away that the dot drops right back on position. And I'll claim it, we probably have the nicest recoiling shotgun in the market when compared to traditional mag-fed shotguns or other tube-fed shotguns.
Gotcha.
But the biggest benefit is going to be the magazine. So now you have safety, bolt catch, you have your side lock mechanism. Or your side.
All of your AR-15 controls, basically, right?
Exactly. And so you're not doing anything different.
And you could drop in an AR-15 trigger in this?
You can.
Okay.
So all of our guns come with hyperfires, but you could put anything with a full hammer power spring. You'd be good to go with that.
Nice.
But because it is built on a AR-10 style lower, which is the DPMS pattern,
Gotcha.
we put together like this is an 8.6.
Gotcha.
So it's a Gen 12 lower. You can see it here. Says Gen 12. So this upper can come off and you put a 12 gauge on it.
Oh, nice.
Which is this gun right here. So these are...
So that's the same thing, just the upper is different.
The only thing that's different is the upper.
Gotcha.
So that's super unique when you compare it to other systems in the market.
Sick. And that one's up there, has ports on the actual barrel?
Yeah, so that's kind of a 3-gun edition that we've been playing around with. Joe Farwell's playing with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a lightweight handguard, 14-inch rail. We also, on our standard guns, we all put adaptive stocks because you got this nice recoil plus the pin in here. It can manage the recoil. We've never had a stock break. I mean, they're super robust. They're comfortable. Lockup is good. And then we use standard Hogue grips on everything. This one's set up for the shooter that uses it.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Awesome, man.
Lightweight, dual charging handles, ported barrel, internal chokes. That's kind of the 3-gun model that we've been playing around with. Hopefully we'll have something at SHOT Show to announce officially for that, but we're getting there.
What's going to be the price on each one of these? It's going to be like...
Well, whether you're looking at like any of these lines here, which is our breacher models or our SBMs. So SBM stands for suppressor breacher model.
Okay.
That means that this actually can thread off and you can mount a suppressor onto it.
Gotcha.
There's a couple in the market. You can't use a salvo from the Silencer Co. It uses internal chokes, and these are set up on a hub system. Gotcha. So it's actually 137524 thread when you take this off. Gotcha. This one is set up as an AOW. For breaching specifically for like law enforcement purposes, or if you just want to have something like a key to the city, then you can have this. But all of our SBM lines have this blast can on the front. Those can be suppressed, and then also you'll notice that when I push on the muzzle, the charging knob isn't moving.
Yeah.
So it's actually independent of the moving barrel.
Gotcha.
So you get the benefits of the short recoil with the added benefits of having a fixed muzzle device. So these ones actually, it helps manage the recoil because it's all connected to the gun rather than the muzzle brake.
How well
being
do
fixed.
these do suppress? Are these pretty damn sweet suppress?
Suppressing 12 gauge is not necessarily quiet, but shoot that 7-inch unsuppressed and then put a suppressor on it, and it's definitely worth it.
Nice. Well, Cody, it was great checking all these things out, man. I shot these at SHOT Show the beginning of this year, and they shot really, really nice. So I'm definitely gonna have to pick one of these up and give a review to my subscribers. But
love it.
Thank you so much, Cody.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, guys, I am here with Armory of Kings. I haven't really heard of this company before. It just took me by surprise. I was coming by and I saw some cool stuff on your table, and kind of just explain who you guys are and what has been comprised of and what you guys got going on here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So Armory of Kings is our newest brand under National Firearm Sales, and it's designed to roll up everything we've been doing with Doran Technologies, FN Specialties, and Imperial Arms Company.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard of FN Specialties for sure. I didn't know you guys were doing it all together now, which is pretty cool that you guys are going to have kind of like a one-stop shop now, right?
Thank you. That's the idea. Yep.
Okay.
Plus we don't have to be boxed in with the FN stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So this way we can develop stuff and not be there's a taboo associated with putting Glock stuff on the FN website. So
oh man, so what do we have going on here?
Okay, so we started off just upgrading FNs.
Okay.
And what we have here is all of our crown jewels.
Okay.
So in the middle here, which is our crown jewel, is our Cypher system.
Okay.
And we started off upgrading the SCAR.
Okay.
We started with making the receivers. Then we made
Do you
slicks.
mind if I take it off?
Yeah, go ahead. Just lift it straight up. Perfect.
Okay.
So we started with the receivers, then we made the lowers, now we're making bolt carriers. this gun was assembled from scratch without a scar. So while each individual component was designed to upgrade a scar, you can build one from the ground up without FN.
So what would you need? A barrel and that's it, or?
Yeah, this particular one only has an FN barrel assembly and an FN bolt. Everything else is either sourced from the aftermarket or us.
Oh, awesome, awesome. And this one, so I can put all these parts on my existing scar, or I can build one from the ground up just by grabbing a barrel and grabbing all these parts on here. Now, this is a non-reciprocating charging handle on this one?
Yes.
Am I able to put it on my existing scar? Like I could just put in this kit here and I'll be good to go for?
Yes, absolutely. So we do manufacture through Imperial Arms the buffered bolt carrier, and this can act as a non-reciprocating conversion, but it also does so much more than that. So the scar is notorious for destroying itself if you overgas with a suppressor, and this solves those problems. It's manufactured from S7 tool steel, so it makes the camming surface near indestructible. It also has this buffering system which does two things. Number one is if you overgas and it slams into the back of the receiver, you don't destroy the receiver. This acts as a shock absorber. But the second thing is that it does move as you're firing the firearm, and so it acts to buffer the recoil.
Gotcha. I see that you guys have a lower as well. This is an aluminum lower?
It is an aluminum lower, but what makes this unique is that, number one, it takes all AR parts.
Oh, okay. So just AR drop-in triggers and all that stuff.
The whole 9 yards, right? SR25 pattern mags, a mil-spec AR fire control, and a mil-spec trigger.
Gotcha.
And the grip as well.
Nice.
What's nice about this is we also have the ability for qualified individuals and agencies to add the additional components necessary for force resets, binaries, and agencies that use full auto as well.
Nice, nice. And I saw over here, I was grabbing this. This is a prototype you were saying, right?
That's right. So this is our prototype Cypher K.
Okay.
It is designed to be interchangeable with all the Cypher X components that we have in front of us. It's also, this one is modeled in 308. What's different, it has much shorter barrel, much shorter receiver, which is modeled after the SCAR SC or 15P. And it also has a prototype PDW stock, which we're still working on, but it's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. When do you think you're going to have this one ready by?
I don't have a time just yet, but we're working on it.
Nice, nice. And are you going to be selling this as a complete package, or is it something somebody have to put together too as well?
I think right now what we're doing is we're working towards just building complete component assemblies, right? So you can buy the complete upper, buy the complete lower, buy the individual components like the bolt carrier, and put it together yourself without having to buy the complete firearm.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd be interested in making my own version of this, but I just would be worried about where the heck would I be sourcing a barrel from or something like that.
Yeah,
so.
we have that also.
You sell the barrels too?
We sell the FN barrels.
Okay, so you pretty much sell everything that I can make a whole gun complete.
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop.
Awesome.
And the idea also is we are working on manufacturing our own barrels, our own bolt heads. Very soon in the near future, we'll be assembling all the individual components where you don't need to go anywhere else.
Gotcha. Okay. And I see you got some P90 stuff over there?
Yes, so this is a factory P90 stock.
Okay.
With our trigger and selector and complete upper assembly, and Huxworks was generous enough to lend us one of their flow-through cans because this gun likes that suppressor.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I was thinking about SBRing mine and getting a smaller barrel. So you would sell it like this here, or?
Yes, you can buy the stripped receiver, or you can buy the complete assembly.
Okay.
And you can buy it with the 10.4-inch short barrel assembly, which then, of course, you'll need a tax stamp.
Yep.
Or we're working on 16-inch barrels, which sometime in the future we'll have those available as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet. And over there you got the 5.7, right?
That's right. So this is a Mark II 5.7. This was our piece de resistance for quite a number of years.
Okay.
FN did just release their Mark III, but lots of folks still have a Mark II. And this one allows you to put a red dot on a Mark II. Nice. And we also have our threaded barrel through EFK Fire Dragon, which we are one of their distributors.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that name is holding true. Armory of Kings. You guys are definitely making some really, really nice stuff. This is definitely piquing my interest here. I'm definitely going to have to get one of these on my hands and do some videos on this because I am really... Are you going to have this at the shooting tomorrow or to shoot
I'm
it?
not sure.
Not sure?
Not
okay.
sure.
Alrighty. No problem, man. Well, pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.